How we doing? It's your boy November. I am here interviewing Jose Quervo. Um,
My guy.
my brother,
Yeah,
man, it's been a minute. We worked together on quite a few different things, but this new wave that you decided to embark on, it's really not new.
yeah,
Something that's been in you for a while, something that you've done for yourself
yeah,
mostly, and now you're sharing your art with everybody.
yeah,
As you can see, we
definitely.
got a couple paintings behind us. He does more than just paint. He's a R&B artist,
Yeah, yeah,
sculptor as well.
yeah, yeah.
He has quite a few different talents. So tell him a little bit about yourself.
Hey, it's your boy Jose Quervo, man. Real name Jose Rodriguez. Man, I never thought that I would be here talking about my art because usually this is like a diary for me. It's something I do for myself. It's almost like a person journaling or something like that. But I never thought that it would ever be there like this, the way you know it's
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
place.
So I definitely want people to understand the story. How did you start painting in the first place?
Well, I always been a real artsy kid. I had people flying all over from London and different places trying to get me to go to different schools, even Juilliard for art. But at the time, we wasn't in a financial situation
Hmm.
to do so. But I always kept my love for it and kept doing it as a personal thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, and then when this shift started to happen as of late, how many pieces of art did you have in your possession
Oh man,
before you started selling them?
I had stuff all in storage. I mean, I had over 50, 60 pieces.
Hmm.
Just
Personal.
yeah, personally, just
Yeah.
it's like I keep producing it. It's like it's an outpour. It's like it's me crying on a canvas. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Good.
Yeah.
So I want to ask about is there's a blue painting. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
What did what was the inspiration for that painting, the blue one? If I believe I feel like this one started the chain reaction.
It started for everybody wanting to be able to have a piece after I did
Yeah.
this
Hmm.
one. It was about connection, spiritual connection is actually the name of the piece.
Okay.
Um, this piece for example, when you have someone you really really love, you have a intertwining with that person. You begin to speak the same, finish each other's sentences.
Hmm.
Um, you become one, so to speak. And so the piece is just basically two people who are love or who love each other agapely, agape love, right?
Hmm.
Love each other wholeheartedly to the point where their spirits are now intertwined. When that person hurts, you're now empaths because when that person hurts, you hurt. When that person cries, you cry. When that person is
It's real
happy,
connection.
you're happy. You're talking
Okay.
about spiritual connection. And to me, that's real love when you have a spiritual connection where you call somebody like, hey, what's wrong with you?
Hmm.
And they looking at the phone like, you like, well, how you even know something wrong with me? Like, what,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because I feel you spiritually. I feel you
Some
inside of
people
my
will call
soul.
that a soul tie.
Soul ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soul tie.
So that's what the
And
piece
is
about.
that that particular perspective, is that the reason why you decided to choose certain colors within that piece?
Yeah, on the color scale, there's certain colors that make you feel peaceful.
Hmm.
If you ever study the color scale, you will see certain colors that make you hungry, make you feel at peace. Example, at fast food chains, most of the colors are red, that red and yellow, because
Hmm.
it evokes hunger. So you
Hmm.
got your major food chains, the Taco Bells, the McDonald's, the Popeye, all this. Think about the color. It
Yeah.
makes you want to eat.
Hmm.
So I've studied that
Color psychology.
it's color psychology.
Hmm.
The blues that I use in this piece, the oranges, the whites, the way I laid it on the canvas, it gives you a sense of zen, it gives you a sense of peace.
Hmm.
You can
Okay.
feel it spiritually by looking at it. It evokes the emotion when you look at it. That's why you love the piece so much.
Yeah,
It makes you
it's
feel a
literally
way.
one of my favorite pieces.
It makes you feel a certain type of way.
But my first favorite piece, which we got to talk about, is the tire sculpture.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's my first favorite piece, and I think you should definitely explain to everybody
It
how you came up with it, how you decided to go about it.
Well, I'm a culturalist, so I'm very into different cultures and traveling and different, looking at different types of art.
Hmm.
And I was going through um my tribal bag, looking at
Okay.
all the old school African mask, all the old school African, beautiful African art. And I was like, and I was commissioned to do a piece, a sculpture piece. And I was like, man, what if I was to transfer what I feel my take would be on it in a modern way?
Mm.
Uh, and then at first I was gonna do it with different things. I was gonna just mold it with clay and make a big huge mask. So I'm like, no, let's do something different that's gonna be a little more contemporary. So I went with the mask. I went with the mask and I went with the tires. It's a tedious process. You know, if you know the engineering of tires, it's like wire mesh that's crossed and condensed
Yeah, it's
together.
like
That's why you can
woven
roll
in
over
it.
terrain. You can roll over so many different things before you. It actually have to. A flat tire is a special scientific thing. It has to hit your tire in the perfect crease at the perfect time in the perfect way to create that puncture.
Mm.
Because you rolling over bad stuff way worse every day.
Yeah, I know
So
a lot of
think of
people wonder how they
yeah. So
tires
think about
survive.
having to cut those up to make that piece look like
Talk
that.
about that though. What did you have to use? What kind of tool did you
Uh,
use?
well, at first I tried to, I tried to use like a exacto knife, a real knife, and the stuff was going dull like crazy. I done cut my hands up
Oh my God.
trying to get it to happen, and I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I was so frustrated with it. But what I did was, I went to Home Depot and I talked to the guys in the back. Shout out to my guys back there who hooked me up, and I rented a tool called a sawzall and it's able to cut through metal, et cetera, et cetera. So I knew it was gonna be able to cut through the tile. It still was a strenuous process.
Hmm.
And it was still you gotta cut in the same, you gotta cut these tiles in a certain angle, sparks flying everywhere because it's metal in between the tire. And you cutting up I cut up over 15 tires to make this piece, pulling out the inner tubes and
Which is crazy. I
yeah.
mean, look at this piece. Just look at this piece. I know it looks ridiculous. Like, I know it's like it's crazy to see something like this
I
designed in this
appreciate
manner.
that.
It's ridiculous. But this guy saw it in his head.
Started off as
Actually,
a sketch.
yeah, it started off as a sketch.
Mhm.
And I can put the sketch up for y'all to see as well.
Yeah.
Which is
Started off as a
ridiculous.
sketch. And I took that sketch and I just transferred it in real life. That's how it usually starts off for me.
Hmm.
I wake up out of my dreams.
You know what? You know what I want to get to though. I want your story to be heard. I want people to know like what you went through, this transition you went through right before this connection with your art and everything started to explode in your life and change things around for you.
Well, man, as an artist, we have extreme highs and extreme lows. I was at one of my very, very low points. I was in love with a woman who I felt was going to be the love of my life, who I felt I was going to be with for the rest of my life. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a
Hmm.
90s R&B ass nigga, you know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but with that being said, it didn't go that way. She left me to me when I needed her the most.
Mm.
And I had a mental break. And I lost everything pretty much. I was losing everything. The walls were closing in on
What
me.
were you losing?
My home that I worked so hard for, my
Hmm.
cars. I was damn near homeless, bumming money, sleeping at the studio. It's like everything God was like, he stripped me bare. Like, hey, sell everything. Matter of fact, sell all the paintings in your house, sell everything in your house, and I put them on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
And nothing was selling at first. I was getting one sale here, sale there. I'm like, man, people not into art like I am. Like they're not really paying
Yeah.
attention. And I went to sleep and I woke up to literally everything being sold out, like every piece of art. People
Hmm.
like, please let me get this. People bidding on the art, like literally in my inbox. Well, they giving you if they giving you 600, I'm gonna give you 800. If they giving you, the bids were crazy. And I ran across the guy who's my manager right now, Mr. Caleb, and he hit me up for a piece. He's like, man, I love this piece. It's actually this piece back here
Mm.
called Hopeless. It's about a boy from New Orleans who plays the buckets on the side of the street with a snare, and that's how he make money. Put a cap out there. That's how he make money. I met
Mm-hmm.
him. I met him. He's a very loving kid. He reminded me of myself. Very talented.
Oh, so this is a picture of actual person that you
Yes,
met before.
yes.
Oh,
Little
wow.
little
I didn't know
Chris.
that. I always liked this piece, but I never knew it was from an
Yeah,
actual person.
minus the hopeless tattoo on his head.
Mm-hmm.
It was a word that he said to me. He's like, man, I feel like life is hopeless. And I told him, man, I've been where you been.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, things can change.
Things can change, like I'm saying right now,
Yeah,
dramatically. I went from starving, literally borrowing money from my friends, bumming money to go to interviews. I lost my job. I'm talking about a corporate job where I'm making 110K a year. Like I lost that.
yeah,
And it's like God stripped all the way for me. You know, when you that low, the only thing you have to do is look up from there. You gotta look up to
yeah,
God. Then you gotta look. You gotta search. You gotta God tell me what to do. But God, you like, look, I need you to sell everything and move to Puerto Rico.
yeah. I mean, I think it's just it's always interesting how God will put you in a position to
Yes.
where you need something
Mhm.
from Him, but He already gave you.
I gave it to you
He
already.
gave you what you needed already,
You go to sleep
and
with
you
it
just
every day.
have to figure out how to use what He gave you.
Man, you talking about went from barely knowing if I'm gonna eat something from McDonald's where I don't even eat
Yeah, so that.
till me making any range from $5,000 to $40,000 a painting right now. $50,000 a painting.
Yeah,
You know, you got to think about the irony in that.
yeah.
You become 100,000 there in a 2 month period.
Well, I mean, anything is possible,
It's
but
just crazy.
it's about how you navigate it.
Yeah,
And I think,
but it wasn't me. Is what I'm saying.
but
And
it's I think it takes a it. I think it's important to always say or to let it be known that it takes a certain part of you to be present,
right,
so you can take advantage of opportunities. Because sometimes we can be so lost in the storm that we can't see the pathway that's being laid out. You know, it might look like destruction, but there's a pathway being cleared for you too at the
right,
same time.
right. I agree with
Sometimes
that.
it's hard to move forward and walk down that path, not knowing what's on the other
But
side.
I had like you, Teddy, different people who were sharpening me.
Yeah,
I went through turmoil mentally. I felt less than. I felt emasculated. I felt depressed. Things that I worked so hard for and bust my tail for. God is telling me, "Hey, I want you to sell all of it. I need you to start over."
yeah.
And I'm looking like, man, you sure? Am I
You
hearing
sure?
you? Is that the devil talking to me,
Yeah.
or is that God talking to me? Because you got to pay attention. And you're like, man, do what I'm telling you to do. And the moment I did what he told, I prayed. I went to sleep. I cried myself to sleep that night because I was going through such heartbreak.
Mm,
And I woke up. I mean, you knew, man. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. It was like I was up like 7 days straight. And then I got commissioned a piece by a girl named Brittany. It's probably one of our first pieces that was commissioned. Her name is Brittany. It was a girl who really took care of me when I moved to Atlanta. When I first moved to Atlanta,
mm-hmm.
she was like, "I believe in you. I don't want the paintings that you have right now. This is before I sold out, but I'm gonna commission a piece for you to paint a piece for my house." And after I did that, people were like, "Damn, he really not, he doing this shit from scratch." Like, wow. And I woke up to everything being sold out. It was crazy, man. And I've been doing art since then, traveling different rich people houses and
Doing our paintings,
doing
sculptures.
sculptures,
Yeah.
paintings, murals. And my
You have
next,
a mural. You're commissioned to do a mural,
yeah,
so
yeah,
yeah.
it's in a wellness center inside one of my compadres' homes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's beautiful. I like the way it came out. You saw it's real
Yeah,
zenful
yeah.
in
That's
nature.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real zenful in nature, and it was a more oriental style of art. A little vibe. Even the colors I used for that was peaceful.
I think it's crazy how like in that scenario, you had mentally decided the best thing that I have to do and what God is telling me to do is to go to Puerto Rico, sell his stuff and go to Puerto Rico. But in that process,
It's pulling me right
it's
back.
not really about going to Puerto Rico. It's
It's about
about
doing what he told me to do.
exposing the talent he gave you. and this was the only way you probably was going to ever do it. Because if everything was right, you would have never sold them paintings.
You know I wouldn't. We would have
Yeah,
been styling.
we would have been at the
We would have
crib
been
like, oh, I would have been like,
yeah.
oh man, that painting still look dope, bro. You know,
Yeah,
and we'd
it's dope.
been walking right past them. You wouldn't be doing
Where
everything
I'm
that you're
at
doing
now.
right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy,
so
man. It's ironic how things take place.
yeah.
Serendipity.
And even when you being told what to do, you still don't know what's about to happen.
I'm
You got an
scared.
idea of what he's trying to get you to do, but you don't really know the end game.
You know, you got to do it alone. You got to do it scared, but you
Yeah.
got to do it because it's being told for you to do it.
Yeah, facts.
You know, it's even biblical. You know, when old boy was like, "Hey," I forgot exactly what part of the Bible it was. Where he's like, "Hey, I need you to kill your son.
Yeah,
I need you tomorrow. He need to be sacrificed. We going up there. He need to get 187 today."
yeah. But then he was like, all right,
I'm just playing with you.
yeah,
I
I
just
just
wanted
want
to
to
see.
see if you was down.
Yeah, I'm just playing, my boy.
I
I got you.
just want to see if
Since
you
you were
down
so
for real.
diligent,
Yeah,
I'm about to bless you.
yeah, facts.
And you know, so you know, it works out that way, man. Definitely.
So, moving forward, um, I know you probably got some big plans for what you want to do, what you're about to do. Is there anything you can let us know? Any hints you can give us about something that's about to happen soon?
Well, you know, me and my manager, we have a lot of things. We got the tour stuff that we're about to do.
Okay.
NOVMBR and Jose Quervo, of course.
You know what it
we're
is.
gonna launch his clothing brand, and all this stuff is happening off me being like, okay, God, I'm gonna do what you say do. Because if I had to do that, we'll still be like, hey, brother, we gotta come up with a hustle to do this, that, and the third. But that's not, you know, where we at now.
Yeah,
we here where we at.
Things
we
are
doing what
changing.
we doing. Things are changing.
Yeah.
We have that, and I'm about to do a real big thing where I'm about to start painting vehicles.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. You can't say which what we on. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to paint this huge vehicle. It's gonna be a huge event. I'm gonna invite the whole Atlanta out. I'm gonna cross promo with different people like Drewski, Kais, and that. So we're gonna reach out, make sure they're in the building, and then we're gonna auction that vehicle off. And then from there, we're gonna probably, you know, then we'll start taking orders for people's different cars.
That's crazy.
It's coming soon. So, you know, we're gonna have like and then there's gonna be live music involved with it. It's a different twist. I don't want to tell what's going on. I don't want nobody to steal our stuff.
Not too much.
Yeah, not too much. I don't want nobody to steal our stuff, but it's a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. This is one of my favorite paintings too.
Yeah, man.
The color scheme is crazy.
Man, I actually had to make that pink. I had ran out of pink, so I had to make that pink. I had to mix it to be this color, this dark color.
He's making paint. I'm not painting like that, man. I don't know.
It came out pretty good. The depths, the pain in his eye. It's about a boy who, again, it's all these paintings are basically me and the people I run across from the trials and tribulations they had to go through. And it's like that in every fairy tale, every Bible story, every Quran story, every major big break that somebody did, from the Tyler Perry's on up or down, whatever. People went through some catastrophic things to get there.
To get to that, yeah.
To get to that level. You know, people have lost family members. People have lost people who they love dearly, got killed, or, you know, it's just the craziest things have to happen. And in the moment, you thinking it's just a hurricane. In the moment, you thinking it's over. In the moment, you having suicidal ideations. You like, you know what? I was there. I was like, I don't want to be here no more, LeJean. November, I don't want to be here no more, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm crying on the final. I don't want to be here. Man, you tripping. You that nigga. That's what you'll say.
Yeah.
Go look in the mirror and say, look, you're that nigga. Like, you're tripping. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I can't let you stay thinking that.
Like, you can't let nobody, no woman, no situation, no job, no nothing deter you from what you're really supposed to do.
Because everybody know that I really rock with. I tell you, we came from nothing.
Nothing.
It don't matter if you don't got nothing right now. We just starting back at square one. We got to get to it.
You didn't got it before, you could get it again.
It's motion. That's it.
You keep the motion, man. You know me, I took the E off of emotion, and it been up ever since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It been up ever since, but God is good, man. I'm just, you know, we're going to walk around and show you some art, and hope y'all like what you see. And, you know, like, comment, share. Let us know what you think.
Take a walk with us.
Whoa. That's rough.